Today, I'm going to talk to you about some big mistakes that I see people make all the time when they're relocating to South Florida. And I'm going to talk specifically about the areas where we work, which are Miami-Dade and Broward counties. You don't want to make these mistakes. Hey everyone, my name's Jamey Prezzi. I'm a real estate agent in Miami-Dade and Broward counties. And today I'm going to talk to you about some big mistakes, big mistakes that people make when they're relocating to Miami-Dade or Broward counties. But first, before I get started, if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button so you never miss another update. We do put out new videos every week. Also, use the link in our information box and download our free guides today. When you use that link to download that guide and enter your information, I will also add you to our weekly newsletter, which is an incredible newsletter that my husband Ognjen, he's also my business partner, he puts together all the time from relevant information that comes across his desk and things that he's seeing out in the field every single day. And he really just summarizes some of his opinions and some things that he thinks that you'll find interesting if you're interested in our local real estate market. Also, if you don't feel like downloading that, you can text or shoot me an email and I'll add you as well. Okay, let's get started. One of the biggest mistakes that I see people make when they are relocating to our area is not really understanding how showings are organized and how realtors work in the area. Very often people will just pop up over the weekend and give me a call and say, "Hey Jamey, can you go show us some properties?" Unfortunately, that's really hard to do here because most of the properties are occupied by someone else. And so in order to get into these properties, we always have to make appointments with the other agents to get access. Even if it's not occupied by another person, we have to make appointments to get into these properties. So we need enough lead time to make these appointments to get into the properties to properly show you and create a showing plan so that you have a good day of actually seeing a lot of properties. Another big mistake that I see people make is not really doing a bit of research before they come to town so they know what areas they want to focus on. Let's just take Miami-Dade for instance. It can take a few hours to get from the top to the bottom of Miami-Dade depending on the time of day and traffic and what is going on in the city at that time. So if you're saying to me, "Hey, I want to live anywhere in Miami-Dade," that's a huge area to cover. So what I would recommend is really to give us a call. Let's do a buyer consultation and let's really pinpoint what's important to you and also your budget and tailor a search around those criteria rather than just making all of Miami-Dade available. You are going to get super frustrated if all you're doing is driving around the city looking at properties and just not really knowing where to go. Another thing that I see people make a big mistake about is not really understanding property taxes and insurance. Very often people will think that the property tax that's listed on wherever they saw that property is the tax that they will be paying. Property taxes get adjusted based on your purchase price, and how you are taking ownership of that property. So don't just assume that just because it says $7,000 a year that that's your property taxes. That could be a price that's capped or adjusted for whoever is living in that property right now. I highly recommend everyone to go online to Miami-Dade County's property appraiser website, read over that information. Also, Broward has a great website too. Use their calculators and put in the property information based on how you are taking ownership of that property and also the current conditions today, because I can guarantee you that price will not be the same after you purchase it. Also, people always underestimate the cost of insurance. If you are purchasing a condominium, that's one price for insurance. But if you're purchasing a single family home, single family homes insurance policies and pricing really depend on the condition of that property, the elevation of the property, and the location of the property. And until all those three things are known, it's a guesstimate. And insurance in our area can be just a couple $1,000s a year to tens of thousands of dollars per year, depending on all of those factors and how they come together. So don't make the mistake of assuming just that guesstimates that you read online about taxes and insurance are accurate. Another thing that I think people really underestimate is the drive time to and from places around the city. If you're a person who likes to commute, that's totally fine, but make sure that you really understand that commute level at different times of the day. Drive around the neighborhoods, get a feel for the neighborhoods, talk to people, and get a really good understanding of what it's like to commute from, you know, parts of Broward into Miami-Dade every single day. It's just a lot of little details that can add up to make an experience good or bad. And I just really like people to understand what they're buying and have a good experience. And also, you know I'm going to say it, one of the most important things is to develop a good relationship with a local real estate agent who has their feet on the ground every single day, and you get to know them and trust them and use them for guidance. I hope you found this video helpful. I'm sure I could think of more things that are big mistakes, but I think those are some of the biggies that are just top of mind today. Please know that we're always here to be a resource for you. My name is Jamey Prezzi. This is my husband, Ognjen Prezzi, and we will see you soon.